Namaste. Jai Shiva. A lot of people would like to understand how the seeds of different kinds of mental, emotional, behavioral patterns are created. And in terms of conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind, where do those seeds are buried? Where are they exactly? And how to figure them out, or how to get them out, or how to deal with them. So whenever in one of my last video I have already explained what is conscious mind, and in short, conscious mind is where the mental, emotional, behavioral patterns have arisen like a wave, and when you are dealing with them. In other words, when you are being possessed by them, consumed by them. Okay, so that is where you are indulged with them, and you are all the way, they are all over you, your mental, emotional, behavioral patterns, so that is conscious mind. And usually we say that it's a conscious mind, but in a real technical way, if you have to understand, then if you are not conscious and being possessed by being consumed by your mental, emotional, behavioral patterns, then at that time you're not conscious. Only when you face them and you understand, oh, why am I thinking like this over and over again since last 115 days, 20 days? Oh, why am I angry like this since last few hours? Or what am I doing since this whole lifetime? I'm repeating this pattern again and again. This thing happens with me over and over again. Why I get into these kind of situations in my life over and over again? So these kind of questions. So when you consciously start questioning the patterns that you have, when you consciously start noticing that you have a pattern like that, that is when we say that it's your conscious mind, which is right now into the process of handling with these patterns. But how something ever became a pattern in your life, for that to understand, you really need to understand what is subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is that very ground, or you can say it's that very state where you are most prone to suggestions in life. And if you have to understand it technically, then at that time we can say that conscious mind is when you are having beta, or conscious mind is, yes, when you have beta brain waves going on. But when from beta you move slowly to the alpha brain waves, that is when your subconscious is most open to suggestions that other people are giving you. It could be suggestion, it could be, throwing something at you, it could be program. In the real word we can say is programming. So you can be easily programmed when you are having that alpha brainwave state. When does that happen? Right in the morning when you get up, you are in the alpha brainwave state. Some people are in alpha brainwave state until they reach their office. Some people are in alpha brainwave state for just few minutes, because they have to cook, they have to clean, they have to get ready, so their mind is being pulled up by the activities. A lot of activities that demand attention. If something is too much of a routine, then it doesn't demand your conscious attention, right? You can do it from the back of your head every day, showering, or making your breakfast for yourself, eating it, driving to office, reaching there. It doesn't demand any conscious attention. So then your alpha state is, if you are relatively calm in your head, then your alpha brainwave state is not disturbed that much. But if something pulls your attention completely, then your alpha brainwave state is disturbed. What are the other times when you are in the alpha brainwave state? In the evening. in the evening when the sun goes down. And your body has to, there's melatonin. So body has to produce melatonin in order to keep you awake for some more hours. To give you a feeling that, okay, don't sleep just now, just because sun has gone down. Who sleeps at sunset? Rarely anybody, right? That's too early to go to bed. So, that is the time in the evening when you are in that alpha brainwave state. And that is why people, those who watch lot of TV in the morning and in the evening, their brain gets easily programmed by all the commercials that you are watching. Anything and everything that you are watching on the TV. It could be, news of horror, terror, or all kinds of sorts of crimes that are happening, or any good product that you want to, you will really go and buy that product if the advertisement was shown to you in the morning hours or in the evening hours. You're very prone to suggestions because of your alpha brainwave. Very prone to programming your mind. That is why we ask seekers not to watch TV or not to read do a lot of social media activities in the morning and in the evening because of the alpha brainwave state. And that is why for a lot of people around the world, whenever a guru is giving a spiritual practice to do, they are suggesting the morning times and evening times. Because you are trying to reprogram the very life energy that you are. You are going to reprogram the mind that you have got, the emotions, the thoughts that you have got into the direction which benefits your life, which benefits the life that you are. Right? And it stops, leakage of energy. In other words, if you would like to understand it from the energy point of view, that all the spiritual practices that we do in the morning or in the evening are highly beneficial. In India, we grew up with this thing. I mean, it was more like a cultural thing that was fed to our minds as a child, that in the morning and in the evening, you do only that which is going to be helpful in your life and which you want to repeat over and over again. So sleeping was a big no in the house if it's early morning or if it is in the evening. And as a child, at times, you would just come from school around 2 o'clock at home and would do all kinds of playing here and running here and there, and then do our homework. And at times, if we do not want to do homework, we want to escape that, then we would just go and sleep around 5 o'clock or 4:30, 5 o'clock or 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. And that is when your parents will be after you. You cannot sleep. Parents in India do not allow their kids, and it's such a cultural thing, do not sleep in the evening, especially when the sun is going down. So it's a knowledge, it's an ancient knowledge that is passed on to kids from generation to generation. It is passed on like that. And now today, because we have the scientific proof of it, that yes, in the evening when sun goes down and in the morning when the sun is coming up, both times are called as twilight times. Alpha brain waves are really high, and the kids or people are highly into the programming state. That is when their subconscious mind is highly active. It's a highly fertile ground. Subconscious mind is a very fertile ground, and that fertile ground becomes super fertile in the evening and in the morning. Another time when your subconscious mind becomes really fertile, or you can say really accessible to outer world, is when you are watching TV. When you are watching a movie or a show or something that you are totally engrossed into, and you're consumed by that show or that movie or whatever is going on in TV, and you're completely consumed by that. At that time, if anybody says anything to you, not just the TV commercials only, but even outside in your house, in your family, if anybody says anything to you, your subconscious mind will take it inside. It will become a seed it will serve as a seed for your future mental, emotional, behavioral patterns. If something is repeated over and over to you while you are watching TV, say for example, a lot of times wives become angry when a husband is watching a lot of TV, or a husband could become angry because the wife is watching a lot of TV, and he would go on saying, you are a person like that, or you are just lazy, or you haven't done this, and you are not fulfilling this responsibility, that responsibility, and what you are on earth, and this and that. Whatever is said to you at that time, you may respond whichever way. You may fire them back saying, oh, what if you were watching yesterday? Okay? Or just say that when you want to watch TV, so no matter what the outer response is, subconscious mind has accepted that what was said to them right then when they were completely consumed by the TV. Because when you are consumed by something, totally engrossed in something, that is when your subconscious mind becomes open to suggestions. In other words, the doors of the subconscious mind really opens up. So anything can be fed into that subconscious mind directly. Because you can say TV or anything that engrossed you like that actually puts you into a trance-like state, where you may hear something, but your conscious mind is not there to analyze what was said, to stop and throw it back. Your analytical mind is not working. Your conscious mind is not there to resist or to, throw back everything that was coming inside the subconscious mind. So your conscious mind slows down, your subconscious mind really opens its door and is open to programming, is open to suggestions, is open to all kinds of things. Especially that is said that in the evening, you shouldn't go for, too much partying, doing this and that, and activities which will ruin your life, because it certainly will. It definitely will. Studying is fine in the evening. Music practices are fine in the evening and in the morning, early morning. And spiritual practices definitely are very good. Anything that you want to, that is pro-life, that is what you want to do when you are in your alpha brainwave state. Now, normal people go into alpha brainwave state when they are watching TV. But spiritual practitioners, they go into alpha brainwave state when they are doing their Kriya Yoga sadhana. When they are doing Kriya Yoga, Hatha Yoga, their pranayams, their mudras, and they are practicing mantra, or they are chanting the mantra and they are meditating, they are trying to meditate, or they are meditating, or they are doing different kinds of meditations, that is when alpha brainwaves start. From beta, you come into the alpha brainwave. Now, these are the positive ways of going into alpha brainwave state. And from alpha, if you seriously start meditating, then you go into delta and gamma brainwave states, which are very deep brainwave state. Delta brainwave state also happens when we are into deep sleep. But in deep sleep, you are not conscious of it. But in meditation, you are 100% conscious. And you are conscious and you are going into deep, into delta brainwave state. And that is when in the delta brainwave state happens, when that state happens, that is when your unconscious mind surfaces up. And that unconscious mind is a warehouse of all the seeds that you have got. Not just in this lifetime, but from any lifetime. Unconscious mind is that warehouse of seeds of what? Seeds of your mental, emotional, behavioral patterns. Any pattern that you have ever created in life. Even your understanding of time is nothing but a pattern. Your understanding of time and space is nothing but a pattern. And that seed is lying in your unconscious mind. But in deep sleep, you have no access. You no conscious access of that seed, of all those seeds. But a meditationer, anyone who is meditating, any spiritual seeker, any yogi becomes conscious of his or her own seeds when they start going into deep meditative states. And then gamma waves. Those are almost like samadhi states. Serious samadhi states. Not the nirvikalpa samadhi state. There is no way to still, capture nirvikalpa samadhi because it happens to very less people. Very less people are, able to reach there. But, the way people are awakening left and right, and people are experiencing the awakening, I'm sure in just next 5-10 years, a whole lot of people will experience nirvikalpa samadhis, or you can say enlightenment. A lot of people will experience that. So this is how new seeds are created. So new seeds are not just by watching TV. Your friend may come and say, okay, let's go drink, or let's go to this bar, that club, or let's play cards, or let's go biking, let's go this, let's go do this, let's go do that. And that is how new seeds are created. Or somebody may come and start complaining to you about their life, and then you will also start complaining about your life, and that way you are strengthening those seeds. So subconscious mind is like strengthening those seeds, not only creating new seeds, sowing new seeds in your ground, but also about strengthening the existing one. Strengthening the existing mental, emotional, behavioral pattern. So subconscious mind is that state. Only when your conscious mind takes control, full control of your subconscious states, means your alpha brainwave state, or you can call it your subconscious mental mind state. Only when conscious mind keeps on taking over it again and again, you are really able to destroy those seeds forever. Remove those mental, emotional, behavioral patterns forever. And how to become conscious? Well, Kriya Yoga sadhana. Kriya Yoga is one really powerful practice that anyone can do in this world. Absolutely anybody can do it. And I have created a free Kriya Yoga course. It's like 8-9 hours of course. And in last 1 year, hundreds and thousands of people have done that. Even Kriya Yoga teachers have done that. And of course, by giving the, okay, so a lot of teachers around the world have done that, and it's a really powerful course and you can go through it, you can do it, you can learn what Kriya Yoga philosophy is all about. It gives you a very solid foundation, and many people have written me back that they have their awakening, their first really powerful awakening after doing that course. So it gives you not just the theory, not just the philosophical understanding, but it also prepares your body, your mind, your life energy, the life force that you are, and gives you some simple spiritual practices to go on doing it. And if you need advanced practices, or if you have a question or something, then you can definitely reach out to me by writing me at beingshivafoundation@yahoo.com. So you can contact me there. But yes, everybody should start doing it, because if you do not want to get yourself programmed by all kinds of wrong means, then especially in the morning and in the evening, avoid watching TV, avoid social media activity, avoid doing that which is not going to help you in life. Even avoid doing mundane things during those times. Don't start cleaning your house. It's completely a different thing. Don't do that. So stop doing mundane. do specifically planned, programmed those things which are going to reprogram your life energy, the life force that you are, clean the subconscious, and start pulling out the seeds that you have stored in that warehouse, your unconscious mind. The less material is there in unconscious, the less you are pulled by your own drama, pulled down by your own drama. Okay? Namaste. Jai Shiva.